You could say that it is this guy's time. Nick Arbuckle, at 26 years of age, is the starting quarterback of the Ottawa REDBLACKS. He played at Georgia State. He's from Camarillo, California, 2017 to 2019 with the Calgary Stampeders, and now he's the starting pivot of your Ottawa REDBLACKS. Joins us from the nation's capital today. Nick, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for having me on here.
Appreciate it, man. The pleasure is ours. By the way, Camarillo, California, or Camarillo, California?
Camarillo.
Camarillo. Gotcha. The Spanish pronunciation. Gotcha. Hey,
Yeah.
by the way, if you had a vote on where Tom Brady is going to play in 2020, who would you cast your ballot for?
The Patriots, hopefully. I've kind of been a fan of the Patriots because of Brady, kind of ever since he started playing, because that's kind of when I got into football. So hopefully he stays there and they can win some more Super Bowls before he's done playing.
Well, very interesting story to watch, of course. But look, we're excited about Ottawa. And these guys got questions for you, by the way, about the REDBLACKS in 2020. I want to ask you how your life's been since you were acquired by Ottawa from the Stamps, signed the deal just ahead of free agency, and now you're the man. What's it like being the man?
It's been really busy. I actually haven't really had a chance to settle in and kind of let things soak in. It's been a constant process of trying to get settled into Ottawa and move. And it's been a flight out here, a flight back to Calgary, a road trip all the way across the country. And so it's been a process, but I'm hoping here in the next week to kind of be able to get settled into a normal training routine and kind of feel what it's like to be part of the city and be part of the team.
John, you jump in with the question because you got a good one.
Well, they're really counting on you in Ottawa. No question about that, Nick. Who are the backups there behind? Just quite curious. If you get injured, what happens?
Well, I know Dom is already here. I've had some conversations with him. He seems like a really great guy, and we're planning on getting together because he's out here to start working on the playbook together, throwing together. So I'm hoping me and him can have a really, really good relationship. And I don't know if anybody else on the roster right now. I haven't had communication with any other quarterbacks, but I know right now it's just me and Dom.
Nick, that wasn't your question, John. Your question was who's he going to throw the ball to?
Yeah, who are you?
That's the question.
Who are you going to throw the ball to? I was concerned about your team last year giving away all those great receivers. Your general manager gave away all those great receivers. So how do things look this year as far as receivers?
Well, as far as the guys I know, it looks really good. I got a chance to complete my first pass to Sinopoli yesterday, actually 2 days ago after our workout. And I've had a lot of communications with RJ Harris. He's actually one of the first guys I talked to after they traded for me in January. And so I'm really excited to work with him, and I've watched a lot of film on him. And outside of that, I know it's just a lot of young guys. I know Dedmon's a really explosive player. And so I'm looking forward to kind of getting all the young guys up here and start working with them and being able to kind of build some chemistry and see where it goes.
And you and Lapo were, in my opinion, the biggest free agents this offseason. So I got a similar question to Lynch. What happens if Lapo gets hurt?
Bring in David Ayers.
Just kidding. I think we all know Lapo fairly well. How well do you know him, and how excited are you to play in his offense? And maybe comment a little bit about his offense.
I mean, personally, I didn't know him too well up until when I got traded and got the chance to talk to him and then visit with him. But every experience that I've had with him has been phenomenal, been really positive. We got to hang out sometimes, and we've got to go out to watch the Senators play a hockey game, and everything that I've learned about him and got every opportunity I've had to spend time with him and talk with him has been really good. And kind of just watching his offense and playing a little bit in his offense through scout team the past couple of years, it was playing for him was always something I kind of wanted to do. His offense was always one kind of watching from the outside looking in that I was really impressed by and intrigued by and thought I could do really well in. So it kind of felt like all the pieces fell into place when he ended up signing here, and I already loved the city from my opportunity to play here in the past couple of years. So I was really excited when all that kind of happened.
Yeah, I think that's what Lapo does well. He uses his pieces of the puzzle the way that they should be used. You know, he's not going to have you sprinting out on bootlegs. Not that you can't do that, but he really uses the strength of the players, and I think that's why my question was very similar to Lynch's. What are the pieces who are the pieces around you? Because if we know what they can do, then we got a pretty good idea of what you guys are going to do as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, right now because it's so many young players, we really won't know what the pieces around the offense are going to look like until training camp comes around. But we know the guys who have had a lot of experience are really good players from Crockett and Sinopoli and Harris, and the offensive line has been really solid. So offensively, I'm really excited to work with the guys that have been in the offense, and really looking forward to seeing the new players and the younger players and what they can do.
What about the fans in Ottawa? I get a chance to talk to them, and I know there's some great fans. A bit turned off after last year, but I'm sure they'll come back.
Yeah, I've had a lot of really good interactions kind of everywhere I've gone, from grocery shopping to furniture shopping and to the Senators game, and kind of during my visit, everybody I've talked to has been just really supportive, and it's a really exciting to be able to play for a fan base that's this strong and this passionate about their team. And I can't wait to see what the crowd looks like come the first week of the season.
Yeah, you're pretty charmed, Nick, and as you would agree, I'm sure blessed. Our producer, Clark, has said that he read that you loved Ottawa since you were a rookie in the league. And to go from Calgary, which is a world-class city for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is its beauty, to go to Ottawa, which is really cool too, you've had a pretty good Canadian experience.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's many better cities than Calgary, and Ottawa seems to be right up there with it, if not better. In my little experience, unfortunately, it's been pretty much snowing every single time I come here. I would love to see what it looks like when it's green and not snowing and cold, but we'll get that opportunity soon. But I'm really excited to be here, and the downtown area looks beautiful. The suburbs around downtown look beautiful, and so my wife and I are really excited to start our family here.
So you've only been on the field one time with the guys? Yesterday, you're saying?
On the field, on
okay.
Wednesday, that was kind of our first opportunity to get on the field. Before that, we just kind of been in the weight room. But yeah, there's only, I think, 2 indoor places here that really have a football field, so it's limited in how much time we can really spend in those indoor places.
So some questions coming in from the viewers, and this was one of mine, was what did you learn in Calgary? And I'll piggyback that with Jason and Red Deer's watching. He says, how much of an inspiration and help was Bo Levi Mitchell to your development? So just talk about your Calgary experience and Bo, if you don't mind.
My Calgary experience was absolutely amazing. I mean, not just Bo, but the coaches and everybody that I worked with in the organization, from the equipment managers, the strength coaches, my quarterback coach, Coach Dickinson. Everybody was instrumental to me being able to develop and learn the Canadian game and being able to kind of excel when I had my opportunity last year. And obviously, Bo being behind, the best quarterback in the league and being able to learn from him on the football field was amazing. But honestly, the biggest thing I took away from him and learned from him was the stuff off the field. And that was kind of seeing how he developed in being a great husband and a great father, and how he was able to balance, putting in the work to be the best quarterback and also being a great person for his family and being able to spend time with his family, from, how he came in super early to get his work done so he can get home, before it got dark so he could spend time with his family, that kind of stuff. So I would say that's the biggest takeaway, trying to be able to learn from him on how to balance that work and that life and still being able to excel and be the best.
And like, how hard was it? I mean, you've been playing football since you were about 4 years old, 11 men, 11 kids, the field's this big. How hard was it to adjust to a bigger field with an extra guy, and all your defensive reads are different, I would imagine?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing to really adjust to is the motioning, because in the NFL or in American football and like in the NFL and in college and stuff, everything's kind of more of a still picture. Like, you'll still get coverage disguises and blitz disguises, but at the end of the day, they don't know exactly when you're going to snap the ball. They don't know, 2-3 seconds right before you're going to snap the ball. So it's more difficult to time up those things properly, and you can get more clear pre-snap reads. So that was one of the biggest things, is everything, looks different from before you start the receiver motions, and all of a sudden you start the receiver motions and the defensive coverages start changing, blitzes start changing. So it took a little bit of time during my first year to kind of slow everything down and learn what to look for, to learn the coverages, learn the blitzes, and kind of get an idea of what's going to happen.
Last one. One is a comment from Jack Fulton in Calgary. He says, please say hi to my good Christian brother, Nick. So there you go from Jack, a mutual friend. Abu, your buddy too.
Yes.
And lastly, Nick, this from me is a personal question. Are you familiar with or even maybe related to 1920s silent film star Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle?
You know, if I had $1 for every time I get asked that question, but no, I don't think so. I'm not really sure on too much of my lineage on the Arbuckle side of the family. My dad was adopted, so it's not really our biological lineage on that last name. But who knows? You know, I'm probably just going to start saying yeah. Maybe I can get an inheritance down the road.
For sure.
You should. Well, actually, first read his Wikipedia. You might not want to do that. But when I was I was nicknaming you Nick Fatty Arbuckle, and Calgary friends were like, I'm like, well, he's not fat. Like, it's not an insult. It's a guy from the 90s. I just wanted to clarify that it was nothing personal.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, there's a Clark really wants to know, and some of our female viewers too, what's that badge on your sweater? Let's get that question out of the way too. What do you got there?
Oh, so that's my baby badge. It says "Daddy to be" in pink. I got it for my cousin got it for me on our baby shower in California back in January. And since I don't have a baby bump like my wife does, I wear this so everybody knows that that I'm expecting a baby too.
You're having a daughter, are you?
Yes, in May, right before training camp.
All right. Well, good luck with all of that, Nick. This has been awesome. I appreciate it. Good luck in Ottawa this year. Let's do it again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
You're watching Rod Pedersen on demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.